What's up, everybody? Here we are talking about pizza, everybody's favorite thing.
Pizza boys.
Yeah, the pizza boys. That's what's up. Everyone's favorite thing to eat.
I love it. I've been binging some Dave Portnoy pizza reviews lately, so I'm in the mood. Yeah, I haven't had pizza in a while, so I'm. This might activate those savory senses.
It's so interesting. I'm the way driving over here, not over here, but back to this side of town from my parents' place. I was debating whether or not to stop and get a piece of pizza at Whole Foods. You ever had Whole Foods pizza?
No, I've never had Whole Foods pizza.
An underrated slice that you can go get from Whole Foods.
I wouldn't consider
just on their like hot bar.
Yeah, they're
anyways, Lemon, what's the first type of pizza we're ranking?
So what we're doing is we're doing a tier list for different types of pizza, specialty pizzas. You know, we like the topping combinations. We got supremes. We got
fake enthusiasm.
Barbecue chickens.
So funny.
I don't know. What do you think I'm going for?
Yeah.
We got barbecue chicken. We got friggin' margarita.
What is this? What? I'm sorry.
I don't know
what you're doing right now. This voice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain.
Whatever. Just give me the first.
I like this. Your attempt at enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Here. It's
the commenters have been getting to him.
Yeah, it's getting.
No.
It's getting my dick hard.
All right.
Give me the first pizza, dude.
All right. So we're doing tier list. First pizza we're ranking, cheese pizza.
Cheese pizza. All right. Do you want to start, Lemon?
I'll start it. No, cheese. It's a classic.
Yeah.
It can be kind of boring.
Sure.
We'll say it's
kind of
just
like lemon. Am I right?
Heyo.
All right, everybody, we're here on the people. We'll say it's just regular like mozzarella, just cheese. Not because like if you start adding like Parmesan, Asiago, cheddar in the mix, you got a good za. But just a traditional cheese pizza. I'll give it a C.
C.
I'll give it a C
right.
for cheese.
Cheese. Yaari, where do you put a cheese pizza?
That's kind of what I was thinking. It's kind of right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
You can't really complain about a cheese pizza.
Sure.
But it's not something to get too excited about either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Plus, it's the letter C.
Yeah.
So it all seems to line up right there. So I would just, underline that.
All right. That's 2 C's for cheese pizza.
The different color marker thing again.
Yeah, but I can't find the other color markers.
That made it real pretty.
Oops.
Yeah.
Okay, short on supplies.
Yeah. Somewhat. Guys, send us some markers so that way Lemon will be happy when we do these.
Yeah, or we'll just look through the boxes that you guys can't see.
I'll just try to remember.
We'll look through all this mess.
Because I'm going to make like
these cameras are great at hiding.
Make the graphic again.
You're going to make a graphic again?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, where do you put a cheese pizza?
Just like you did for the last one?
Yeah. Someone hasn't been watching, it seems like.
Oh, did you actually make a graphic?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, for like the last couple of videos we've done graphics.
Oops.
He's putting in work. He's putting in the hours.
Is that why he keeps showing up late? He's just working so hard.
Working so hard on making graphics.
I was here before Joe today.
Yeah, he was here on time today.
Okay. I was a good boy.
That's fair.
You're lucky
I
you're pretty.
told you I was going to be late. It wasn't my fault.
So, Joe, cheese pizza.
So, cheese pizza, listen. If I'm at when you're at a party, more than likely they're going to have a cheese pizza, you know? So it's like, it's kind of the go-to option, I think, for most people, because they're like, no one's going to complain about a cheese pizza. That's like the most basic. I was actually thinking about this. Like people, when they have a gathering, right? They get a cheese pizza,
right?
Because that way they don't have to deal with like getting the toppings that maybe someone doesn't want, or and then it's just like a fair thing. The only other one they would get is a pepperoni, but they'd go cheese and then pepperoni.
Right.
I think cheese is that's a starter pizza
for sure.
So for that, for being the
workhorse.
The workhorse of the pizza.
From a utility perspective.
From a utilitarianism, listen, from a socialist standpoint, the cheese pizza is really like the working man's pizza, you know?
It is.
If you go to New York and you're walking around and see some construction guys, they're probably going to go get, a cheese pizza because it's quick and easy to get it out of the oven.
I feel like they're getting pepperoni, though.
Yeah, probably. I'm giving it a B.
if those construction workers were getting cheese, would it be an A?
Yeah, probably.
I was wondering where you're going with that.
Also, in New York, they have all different types of pizza. Like, it's not more convenient to get cheese. It's like the exact same process.
All right, construction workers, let us know.
Coming from someone who used to live in New York.
construction workers.
Worker?
Leave a comment. What kind of pizza are you eating on the job?
Yeah.
Well, maybe if their boss or like the foreman bought lunch for the whole crew, he's probably just going to get a cheese pizza.
But I feel like if you work construction, you're not going to be a pussy ass vegan.
Yeah, it's true.
So you're going to get a bunch of meat.
Yeah, you probably get meat lovers.
At least pepperoni. You know,
I don't care about Sanjil. He can.
Yeah.
All right, Lemon. What's the next pizza?
Next one is pepperoni. Matt,
pepperoni.
What are your feelings on?
Yeah. What is the Jewish opinion on pepperoni pizza?
Well, as a Jew,
can I get a quick anecdote out?
Go for it.
There's some bagels in the kitchen. Matt, the Jew, walked in and immediately started eating one.
Not because it was a bagel, because it was free. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So I didn't think that was that funny, but I'm glad you enjoyed it, Joseph. And the only reason I did that, I was coming straight to the studio, and then I didn't want to be late.
I kind of like this lighting.
But then when I saw Lemon Sack coming out, I was like, all right, I got more time. I'm going to make myself a little bagel.
That is so fucking funny. I'm just imagining Yaari walking in a box of bagels. He just opens it, takes one, and just eats it. Just no questions asked. He doesn't know whose bagels those are.
What would you do if there's a box of bagels that's clearly out there? It's a co-working space after hours. So clearly they brought the bagels, and then for anybody to just eat, right? At this point, there was like 3 bagels left. It's not like someone's going to be like, hey, where's my bagel?
There's no toaster or cream
People
cheese.
are trying to
dry ass bagel.
No, there was cream cheese.
Where was it?
In the fridge.
Where do you think
he looked through the fridge for the cream cheese.
No, I opened the fridge and then I just saw a bunch of other people's food, and I was like, if there's cream cheese, it's probably like some random person.
Oh, man. You know what, Matt? I wasn't going to let you do that anecdote, but I'm so happy you did it now.
Thank you. You got to trust me sometimes.
That's all right. Pepperoni.
As far as I'm concerned, I did the right thing. I would change nothing about any of that. Okay, where's pepperoni? Where are we going to put pepperoni? I put cheese at a C. Yeah. For me, pepperoni is between an A or a B. Right. I'm going to go with... I'll probably rank it at a B. For the same reason that you put cheese at a B. Because of pepperoni, I mean, you talk about it being the working... Cheese is a working man's pizza. It's just your standard go-to.
Yeah.
Play it safe, you know. I would say the same thing is true of pepperoni, but it's a little bit better than cheese.
Yeah.
So I have cheese at a C, and pepperoni is just a step above that.
So we'll say like cheese is like the average female pizza, and then pepperoni is the average male of pizzas.
I don't know where that's coming from, but if that makes sense to you, then God bless you.
Because it's like men and women like cheese and pepperoni.
So men is just a little bit better, is what you're saying?
Oh. But just think about it. Think about women,
like a sausage.
Women, yeah, that too. But women typically, in my experience, prefer cheese to pepperoni. And for men, it's the opposite.
That does tend to track.
Yeah,
I do feel like women tend to prefer cheese over pepperoni.
Right.
Ladies, are you? Okay. What's wrong? Why aren't you eating?
They're trying to beat the patriarchy by like not eating sausage.
Oh, it's like a feminist thing. Okay,
yeah,
that makes sense.
Eating meat is too manly, apparently.
Right. Yeah, it's only for men.
How do you feel about the pepperoni?
Yeah, leave a comment. All the women who watch this, leave a comment. What do you think about it?
All the women.
All the women.
Just let us know you exist.
Lemon, what's your next?
Lemon.
Lemon pepper. So pepperoni.
Oh,
obviously it's a classic. It's if we're gonna talk utility, totalitarianism or whatever.
Stoicism.
Yeah, 420.
Right.
It's a great fucking thing. It's universal. Almost everyone likes it. People that like can't even eat like pork and stuff wish they could because that thing smells good. A pepperoni pizza
does smell good.
The J's and the Muzzies.
It's very close to an S, but I'm gonna give it an A.
All right.
Because it is limited. It is just one topping. It is a great combination. Pepperoni, salami. That's like the best kind of like meat in my opinion.
Okay.
But I don't know. You throw something else on there, you get an S.
Yeah. So listen, as a true Italian, as the only true Italian in this crew.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Are you Italian?
No.
Uh-huh.
I know a dirty whop.
I thought you were talking about yourself.
I was talking about myself.
I didn't understand the joke.
Well, the joke is that I'm Italian.
Okay.
Well, yeah, no, that's why I was like, oh yeah, Mr.
Is he Italian?
No,
you're
Italian.
Clearly.
I'm super Polish.
Right.
And then a little
Mansky's
Czechoslovakian.
very Polish. Correct.
Pepperoni's my go-to. Every time I get a pizza, it's always pepperoni. I understand it's the basic take. It's the normie take, but it's delicious. I love some pepperoni. I love some little circles. You know when they say pepperoni nips? Are you guys pepperoni nips guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can get.
You like a big nip? All right.
I don't prefer them.
I was just saying, do we prefer pep nips or do we have pepperoni nips?
I definitely have pepperoni nips.
I've got pepperoni.
Yeah, I've got.
nips.
I have like volcano nipples. They're like triangular.
Really? That's gross.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my go-to. Part of me doesn't want to put it at S because it feels like a basic take, but it's always been my go-to. It's always going to be my go-to. I'm sure there's pizzas that I would like more, but they won't stick to me as much as a pepperoni does. So I'm giving an S to pepperoni.
Yeah, stand up for what you believe in.
Yeah,
I like it.
right.
I do you.
Paul Pepperoni, am I right?
Hey.
All right, Lemon. This episode of the P-Boys is brought to you by Level8 Luggage. Listen, I know the P fans are always traveling on the road. You know, some of you guys are road comedians. You're always traveling and new cities trying to find a spot to do comedy. Well, what a better luggage to use than a Level8 Luggage? They have tons of stylish, luggages, suitcases, carry-ons, all that, different colors, different, fabrics and whatever. Listen, and special. This is special just for fans of the P-Boys. You get 10% off using discount code LEVEL8 BOIZ10. You get 10% all products. There's no expiration. You can use it, whenever, as many times as you want. It's not stackable with other discounts, but you don't use other discounts. You only use the P-Boy discounts. So visit Level8 Cases. That's LEVEL, the number 8. CASES.com and use the code Level8 Boiz10 for 10% off. Also, it's July. Level8 is having a special promo for July. If you use discount code PREAS20, that's PREAS20, you get 20% off site-wide. It's only valid until July 23rd. So get in there and get that case. Get your dream case or luggage at Level8 Cases. That's LEVEL, the number 8, CASES.com, and promo code PREAS20 to get 20% off site-wide. It can be combined with other codes, so you can't use it with the P-Boys code, but you could use that code and get 20% off. So let's get back to the P-Boys. All right, Lemon.
All right, next up, Lemon.
Next pizza.
Next, we have the Supreme. Are you guys familiar with the Supreme?
Not familiar with the Supreme.
Detail it for our fans.
Traditionally,
just so we're clear on what a Supreme is.
Traditionally, it'll be something like pepperoni, ham, mushroom, green pepper, onion. Sometimes they'll throw black olives on there. Sometimes they'll throw tomato. But this is a perfect world Supreme pizza that we're ranking. Joe, why don't you lead us off, Mr. Guy?
I wasn't listening. What'd you say?
Good. So Supreme
Supreme Pizza. It sounds too complicated for me. Listen, I'm a simple man.
Okay.
I love simple food. I don't love veggies on pizza. That's a little fun fact about me. I'll eat it if it's around, but I don't go out of my way for veggies.
Okay.
I feel like it's
Rude.
It's definitely rude. Why are you trying to add something sad to something fun?
I mean, the vegetables kind of add some festiveness, some color, different flavor.
Yeah, it's color. Sure, I'll give you that. But in terms of the flavor, it's like the flavor sometimes mesh in a weird way. The tomato,
they can, but I don't know. It's like you get to eat something fun while having something that has the illusion of being healthy on it.
Yeah, but it's too much work for me. It's like thinking about
taking a bite of a green pepper.
There's
effort.
too much going on. I'm like, what is this?
It just takes so much more to digest green.
I'm gonna give it a D.
A D
for a Supreme pizza. That's wild.
Supremus.
That's
what
crazy.
did you say? It has peppers and onions and shit on it.
Yeah, those are the last. It's pepperoni, ham, mushroom, green pepper, onion.
Oh, I probably would have given that a C, but I'll
You'll stick with it.
Yeah.
Once you put it down, you can't.
All accounts are
Did you think I
final.
was talking about a veggie?
Yeah, that actually sounds pretty good. I would probably put that at a B or a C.
Well, why don't you just?
Well, because all posts are final. All scores are final.
He's locked in.
Lemon, what's your?
Yeah, Lemon. Where are you putting it?
It is a very good pizza. It's got to do a combination stuff, but kind of like Joseph was saying, there's a lot going on.
It's too complicated. It's too hard to like put together.
They don't always cook all the way. I'm like a pizza veteran. I've seen the trenches of the pizza.
Yeah.
He's seen some things.
Yeah. You killed some Italians on
They
D-Day.
don't always cook
He's
all the way.
got pizza traumatic stress
He's got
disorder.
PTSD. Yeah.
But the flavor combination, when it's done right, it is a very solid combo. Really nothing to complain about, other than it is kind of a lot of work to eat because like the toppings are always falling off.
See?
I see. Okay, I get what you're saying. It's not just vegetables, but like specifically when there's a lot, it's a little more work. But it's still, they taste great. You know, give it like a Cajun crust. Oh my God, I want pizza. Oh, let's give it a B.
Give it a B. Hey, I'm giving B's here.
Hey, a Supreme B.
You guys want to get pizza after this?
Kind of.
I can't eat carbs.
Do they have pizza
can't
at 20 B's?
Yeah, they do.
All right.
I really want pizza now.
Yeah, I want pizza.
All right, I'm putting Supreme Pizza at the top.
Oh wow.
Giving it
They're
the
giving it-
S.
I think the S like
It's
is
delicious. I like vegetables and I like the
Matt
pep.
is just matching the first letter of each one.
Well, except there's, I guess B is the closest thing to a P.
Yeah, true.
That's fair.
If
Yeah.
you get rid of one of the lines in the A, it's a P.
So far, all the letters do match up, but it's called Supreme for a reason because it's got all the stuff on it.
Sure.
It's delicious, and I like lots of different flavors. It's got meat. It's got veggies. If you're too lazy to pick the odd olive that falls off your piece of pizza, well, then I don't think you really even deserve the joy and the honor and the pleasure of eating a fucking pizza in the first place. You know?
Yeah.
So
They have an
yeah,
extra live mic.
Supreme goes.
All the mics are live.
I don't know, why do we just have this extra? I'm sorry.
Supreme goes at the top. It's called Supreme for a reason.
I was trying to work on a bit at one point about like everything bagels and like what Jew named everything bagels, and he's just like, just put everything on. I don't know, and it didn't work, but I thought like
Clearly,
yeah.
It didn't work, but I did think of it.
I like the effort
All right.
and the
They didn't even put everything on.
mild anti-Semitism.
They put like the cheap version of everything.
I know.
Which
Well,
is like
that's
four
that's
things.
no. That was the bit. Was that like why would they call it the everything bagel when it doesn't have everything on it?
Yeah, they
just
took
has,
some
just has
shortcuts.
several things.
Yeah, just has a couple things.
What is
on
every? It's what's what? Garlic,
Sesame.
onion, salt, sesame,
Poppy.
it. Poppy.
I guess those are all the bagel toppings.
Really? Cinnamon?
Yeah,
No, I don't think there's cinnamon in there.
that would
But
just
it's
be an
mostly
unwise.
it's the main.
Cinnamon. This isn't a bagel one,
Yeah,
but
we should
You
stop.
brought it up.
How does this keep happening?
the light switch.
Oh,
This isn't a bagel one, but but cinnamon bagel would be my top choice.
what about like a?
Yeah, that's the one
cinnamon
that I ate
raisin?
on my way in here.
Really?
I saw a free cinnamon bagel
Shit.
sitting there. What
Well, I'm
was I
off
supposed to do?
carbs,
Just say
so
no?
it's a good thing you ate.
I will destroy an Asiago bagel.
All right,
There's a
let
bunch
me-
more.
Asiago's great too. I love Asiago.
All right.
What's
So anyway,
next?
pizza.
All right, what's the next pizza?
Oh yeah, we went through all of them. So after the Supreme, next in line we have a barbecue chicken.
Oh,
Why don't you start it off?
So barbecue chicken. I understand the appeal of it, but it's not my go-to. Not a huge fan of barbecue sauce. I'll get down with it. Like it's never like bad, but I like very rarely will crave it. It was nice to have like an extra one, you know, when I was in the trenches.
right.
You know, it's a nice little. It's a different trip to Flavortown. You know, you're visiting like the museum of Flavortown instead of like, you know, the sports arenas, which would be like the Pepperoni. So I'm gonna go barbecue chicken C, because
I'm gonna say BBC.
what about BBQ?
Well, that could just be barbecue pizza. And I like saying BBC better.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's a thing.
Yeah.
It's the network in the
Right.
UK,
The British thing.
the British Broadcasting
Also, big black
channel.
chickens.
Chickens. Yeah.
All right, where am I ranking barbecue chicken pizza?
Yeah.
I enjoy a barbecue chicken pizza. I don't love it. It's not my favorite. I would rank it. either at a D or a C. I'm trying to figure out. Ooh. I'd probably put it at a C.
C, all right. 2 barbecue chickens.
Yeah, I guess I'm still saying consistent with the letters.
Yeah, C, chicken, right.
I probably should have put a D just to change it up in that regard.
I could have given it a B or a C.
It's on the board, so. I'm giving a barbecue chicken an A. It's
you would.
Why would I?
I don't know. You strike me as a barbecue chicken kind of guy.
Yeah.
That and a margarita bruschetta.
Yeah. The gay ones apparently, but I like a barbecue chicken. I prefer a square barbecue chicken, which I think that's like a Detroit thing. Like people like the square barbecue chickens from
Honestly,
Jets.
Yeah.
But I like a square or a regular barbecue chicken. My only concerns is like that it's way more greasy than like a regular pizza, and it gives me like massive heartburn anytime I have a barbecue chicken, and it's very messy. And my hands are never clean after a barbecue chicken.
Do they put bacon on the Jets one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably it.
I don't love the barbecue sauce on a pizza, to be perfectly honest.
That's fair.
I like a good marinara, you know.
It's a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
And
I like that, a little bit of extra protein on there.
Okay, that's fair.
So you don't feel so bad about the carbs.
Right.
Why don't you just come on it? Why don't you come on a bagel?
That's true. Come on a bagel.
Because then he's depleting his own protein.
How do you know no one came on those bagels?
What?
Yeah, how do you know someone didn't come on those bagels?
I'll take my chances that nobody whipped out their dick and jizzed on bagels that were sitting in a very
well, they might have taken it to the bathroom.
I mean,
space.
I was out there for a little while. I was unsupervised for at least 15.
Here's how I know, because I looked at the fucking bagel.
Well, what if it was a donut? What if it's a glazed donut?
It's not a glazed.
I know, but what if it was
the ultimate?
What do you mean? What if it was?
What if it was a glazed donut? Would you know if someone jizzed on it?
If it was a glazed donut, you like donuts?
Are you saying that like you can't tell the difference between cum and glaze because those are two very different things?
I've never seen them.
Well, dry cum
together.
Dry cum does look kind of glazy. Because like sometimes I'll like cum on my arm and let it like dry a little bit,
right.
See if it like grows.
The sequence
a baby.
of events that would lead to cum on bagels or donuts being available at a public professional place like this is exceedingly unlikely. So just as a
maybe guy's trying to get one over on his boss.
Statistics. Who's boss? There's no boss here.
We're the boss. Yeah. So
the
barbecue chicken.
What? What's the next one, Levin? All right, I'm going to cover this so no one can see what our full answers are. But we make sure you come back soon to see what the rest of our pizza options were.
Yeah, I'm sure you're dying to learn what we said about the rest of these pizzas.
Yeah, this is
some of these rankings are really going to
cliffhanger.
They're really going to shake up the dynamics of
the P-Boys. Could the P-Boys be over forever after this?
This might split up the P-Boys.
Yeah,
there's a big
with where we're at. Me and Lemon are actually going to get in a fist fight over some of these rankings.
So come back for part 2.
Joe has a black eye. That's why he's covering with glasses.
I have a black eye.
He's fucked up. That's why I started doing jujitsu, because I knew at some point we were going to rank pizzas and it was going to create a controversy.
Right.
So I started training so I could fuck you up for your shitty rankings.
Yeah. So check it out.
All right, thanks.
P-Boys number 1. Out of the number 1 Metro Trade Comedy Podcast. No big deal.